zip in my pants now that we're back.
Get that dick in there.
Go back to bed. Ooh, finally.
Period.
Yes. God, it's been a while. I've been so lazy lately with a podcast. Like, I have not recorded in literally probably like 2 months.
2 months?
I know, it's been not 2 months, maybe a month and a half. But still, I should be here and I'm not doing it, so that was awful. But now that we're here, welcome to Eating Out the Podcast with Kelvin Romani. And my special co-host today is Megan Trudell. Thank you for coming, Megan.
Of course, I couldn't wait.
Holy shit. So I always like to start with how long I've known the person that's been on the podcast. And it's so crazy because we've known each other for 14 years already.
Isn't that crazy to think about?
Do you know that I always forget and I just automatically think 10 years, but I don't think of like freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, you and I became friends before Abigail and I became friends.
Yep.
I don't remember what class it was that we met. I know we had math, but I think we met in, what was our English teacher's name?
Is it Mrs. Kelly?
The blonde, right?
Yeah.
That's who I had.
Okay, No, I didn't have her. I remember I kept going to her classroom because I wish I had her. And I would
I thought I
go
remember
to the
seeing
bathroom
you in class.
and then go to her room. And she's like, Megan, you gotta get back to class.
Yep. I remember just going anywhere and then stopping at her classroom just to get a note.
Yeah, I love her.
I still love her.
Mm-hmm.
We message each other on Facebook sometimes.
I still have her on Facebook, and I totally forgot. I saw her on my newsfeed the other day.
But 14 years, that's insane.
Wild.
We had math class. I don't remember everybody. He comes into the restaurant that I work at, and I've gone up to him a couple times. I don't really think he remembers me like I remember him, but God sent. Like he dealt with I think he passed us just so he didn't have to deal with us.
He hated everyone, and he still had a smile on his face.
But it was so good to us.
He was so sweet.
I just remember I remember having a test and being like, I honestly don't know what to do, and he would just walk around and he'd be like, he tried to get me to do it, and I'd be like, I don't know. He'd be like, so I'm like, A, B, C, he'd be like, oh my god, why don't you just take the test?
That was like Mr. Faulkner.
I never had Mr. Faulkner.
Oh my gosh.
That was the scientist in the military, right?
Mm-hmm. No. And I have him on Facebook still too. So if you failed your test or anything, or just passed by a little bit, he would bump your grade up if you put a smiley face on the paper.
I'm like, I never had the opportunity. I wanted him as a teacher, but he would just burst into some of my classes and just do silly shit and then walk out like that. It was just so random. It was like a sitcom.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. He was so
funny.
funny.
He didn't seem like he was a real person. He seemed like a character.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out he was in submarines or something, and I was it all makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I know it sounds bad, you put a smiley face, but he would actually be like, if you want, stay after school and I'll teach you this. Yeah. He was really good. Really good.
No, I feel like we had good teachers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I loved high school.
I did too.
I loved high school. And you know what's crazy is that I tell Abigail all the time, I'm like, I would go back in a heartbeat. And she's like, not me. And I'm like, I had the best time.
Mm-hmm. Obviously,
I didn't have problems with anybody or anything. It was just always a good time.
Yeah. I mean, I know that it has its cons, but for the most part, I had a good high school experience.
And who the fuck wants to adult?
Right.
Adulting.
I just shared something on Facebook the other day. I was like, no, actually today. It said, I'm sorry for people I called old at 30. I was 18. Because I feel so old, and I really wish that I was still back in high school. It's just adulting.
I used to make fun of people that were my age now.
I know, yeah, exactly. I'm just I'm so sorry.
Because, how old are you, 29?
Yeah.
You're 29, right? When are you going to turn 30?
June.
October. I'm stressing out. Yes. Oh my god. Especially seeing our close friends thriving, having kids, buying houses, getting married, getting engaged, whatever it is. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. But I always try to think everyone's journey is different, and we're on the right path. We're doing good for ourselves, but our journey starts when it starts. We don't have to. There's no time limit.
No, not at all.
I mean, there's a time limit having kids and stuff.
Yes, I get anxiety sometimes about it, but then I just remember like Stevie will be old enough to babysit one of my kids. Like,
isn't that wild that you would do that?
I've seen a meme that's like, go outside and play with your cousin, and the kid's like, my cousin's 30. That's how my kid's gonna feel. Like, go outside and play with your 30-year-old cousin.
She's already crawling. Like, I'm sick.
She just waved at us. She's crawling. She's just, I can't. I'm like, it's insane.
FaceTiming her, and I'm like, why is she 18?
No, seriously.
Can she slow down?
But what makes my heart so happy is seeing Abby as a mom.
Oh,
it's insane.
I know.
Like,
honestly, I mean, I know she's gonna be a great mom just because of how she was with her, her family, but it was meant for her.
But she makes it seem easy.
I know. When I hung out with her, I'm like, it's like nothing to you.
Like, it's literally her built-in best friend. I remember the day she was born, and I was on the phone with somebody, and they were like, oh, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm meeting my best friend's new best friend today. And that sounds so crazy. I don't even think I've ever said that out loud. But I'm like, I'm meeting my replacement today, and like, 10 out of 10. I could not change her for the world. She is just a perfect little human.
She's so beautiful.
She is.
I'm like, can you make more?
I can't
like
wait
now.
till she has more.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm just so glad that we had the experiences that we had before. Like, I feel like when it comes to the three of us, we did a good job, I feel, of like living life without feeling like, oh, so-and-so's doing this, so-and-so's doing that.
Like rushing.
We all did our own things.
Mm-hmm.
We never like, and even like going back to like high school at the point that we were at already, like people were having sex so young.
I know.
And for example, like Abigail and I waited till we were 18. Mm-hmm. I know you waited what?
17. 17, yep.
Like even though it was the cool thing I guess to do, like we could care less. Like that just was not on our mind.
No, that wasn't on my checklist.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to get Mr. Hobbs to pass me this year. That's literally all I'm worried about.
No, but same. Like I hated math, and that was on my checklist. Definitely, gotta pass math. Gotta get through this. MCAS. Gotta get MCAS. Oh
my God, fucking MCAS. You know what pisses me off is that my friend the other day was like, "Oh, I'm packing my kids' lunch for MCAS," and I'm like, "Oh, they still have to do that?" And she's like, "Yeah, but it doesn't count."
It did before.
It did before. Mm-hmm. I don't.
You couldn't graduate without.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's a thing anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know who fucked this up. I think it was COVID or something. And they get more days off than anyone else I know.
I know. Everything is so neat. Even like wearing stuff, you can wear whatever you want now.
I remember being brought into the office for wearing a shirt that I bought from PacSun, and it was a woman licking a lollipop. And
I cannot.
And mind you, I had worn the shirt probably twice before, and it was I can't stand her. She was the principal, and then I don't know what happened to her. She was Karen before Karen was a thing. Before I went live, I just could not stand her.
Yes.
And that's actually the one thing I would say publicly and not give a fuck. I did not like her.
No.
And I remember she said, "You need to call home and ask them to bring you a new shirt." And I was like, "I'm not calling home. I'm like, I've worn this shirt. You've walked by the hallway and seen me in this shirt before. Today you're choosing for it to be a thing."
Mm-hmm. And you know what bothered me was I was obviously thicker in high school. I'm still thick, but at the time...
You are good thick, by the way, so shut up. But okay.
In high school, there was obviously girls that were skinnier and they could wear like crop tops, and then there was like maxi skirts that like go a little high, and they can wear the crop top and be perfectly fine. But when I wore it, I had to either call my mom, like you were, call my mom or get sent home. But they can wear it.
Send me home.
Yep. I'm like, that's cool. And
it
now
was so like...
you can wear booty shorts, you can wear spaghetti straps, anything.
I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, there was teachers sleeping with students. It's all coming out now to light.
Oh my God.
I can't wear this shirt,
it came out to the...
Somebody's bathing somewhere in this school. Like the hat.
No lives were detected there. It's sad. Mm-hmm.
But
it was a good time. I will say it was a good time, and I feel like we graduated with good people.
We graduated with good people. I think we got lucky because I think we graduated before so much more changed. Like, yeah, like, I don't know, like, all I remember was, like, the only things that were important were, like, looking cute and having your iced coffee in the morning.
Looking cute.
And having your iced coffee in the morning.
Uh-huh.
And then I think our senior year, I don't even usually talk politics, but I think the Obamas took office or something.
Yes,
and then they fucked up with our cookies.
The lunch. Yes, the cookies. I was like, what is this? It literally tastes like cardboard.
We went from the best chocolate chip, mind you, we went to a vocational school, but the best chocolate chip cookies, like, once they ran out, they were out. I remember people waiting in their classroom in a line to run out to either get the salad or the chocolate chip cookies.
Oh my god. When Sue, I was like, Sue, add so much cheese for me.
And then they fucked it all up. I was like, come on.
Because they had a pre-made.
And then I remember, like, every morning, every student basically came in with an iced coffee. I just remember everyone had an iced coffee, and the way that our school worked is you would just walk around the whole school before classes started. It was the best. I would not take it back anyway. But when they started fucking with my iced coffee, I was really like, I wasn't okay.
They wouldn't allow it anymore?
There was this little old man, I think that had like crutches or something, and he would just stand there and be like, dump it. Dump it. And I'm like, oh no, I just paid. Things were cheap back then. I paid $1.80 for this iced coffee, and it's a large. Okay? My caramel mocha is not going anywhere.
No.
And he'd be like, then chuck it. And I'm like, fuck. And now as an adult, that's the same thing that happens at the bars. So guess who chugs those fucking drinks? We do.
We're just so used to it. Yeah.
Finally, we learned something. We didn't learn shit in math class.
No,
we learned
not
how to chug a nice coffee.
Yep.
That's for sure.
The thing is, like, speaking of like on MCAS, we didn't learn anything in school that was on MCAS. It was just random stuff.
No.
That I remember. Like when I had on MCAS, I didn't learn in school.
The only thing I did great on was writing like the essays.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Oh my god. I put parentheses where they didn't belong. I said I started every sentence with the.
Oh my gosh.
So you know what? I'm here. I need it.
Mm-hmm. And then you go on Facebook and then you see like people in your newsfeed and you're like, how did they pass? Their grammar is so bad. Like they're so illiterate.
Well, because that's what I'm saying is before that I feel like we were doing okay. And then I would say the generation after us, I feel like now I remember people turning in like papers with like just text abbreviations.
Yes. Yep.
And I'm like, what the fuck? At least I'm not that dumb. But then you think about it, and I have siblings that I'm the oldest. You're the youngest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the oldest, and then I'm the oldest, and there's a 10-year age gap. And COVID fucked them up. My brother and sister didn't even really go to high school.
That's wild. What did they say?
No prom, no nothing.
Did they do like work from home?
Everything from home.
Wow.
Because I was asking them not so long ago, I was asking them something, and I was like, oh, like, you must have enjoyed prom or something. And they were like, idiot, like, we graduated during COVID, so like, he's like, I barely went to high school. And I'm like, that sucks for you.
Yeah, because they didn't get the experience.
I'm like, no wonder why you haven't smoked weed. You don't drink. You didn't get exposed to any of that.
No, they didn't get the experience that they should have.
Like, oh my god, like how many parties didn't we go to? High school parties.
Parties in the woods. Like, what the heck? And then I'm like, Mom, I'm going to sleep at so-and-so's house. No, I'm in the woods partying on fire.
So bad. One time, I was sneaking out, and I told my stepmom I was sleeping. I'm like, oh, I'm sleeping at my aunt and uncle's house, like blah, blah, blah. I had just gotten my little hoopty that my key was literally tape. I remember. And I got in the car, and I texted on my way, just left home, and then like, I don't know, I'm like, we're still meeting at so-and-so's house and going out or whatever. Guess who the fuck I sent it to?
Who did you send it to?
My stepmom.
Stop it. And then, it's not like now today you can delete the message.
I could not, I'm like oh my god.
It's said and done, like.
I'm in the driveway. And she goes, okay, I'm disappointed, period. My stomach sank. So now I'm like, I shut off my car and I'm gonna go back inside. She locked the door and she goes, "You're not coming home now." She goes, "Go do what you were gonna do." She's like, "We'll talk about it tomorrow." And I was like,
But the thing is, like, they obviously did stuff like that when they were young. You know what I mean?
I was a good kid though.
Yeah.
I was a good kid.
Yeah.
I really was. I can say that. Like, that was probably the
You were so different. Like, you were very good in high school. You were.
I was naive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was naive. I was so like, I came from like a wild upbringing. And the fact that like my parents were only 15 and 18 when they had me. So I always thought like, I need to do everything right. So that way I won't end up 15, 16 with a kid doing all of this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which was never a worry because look, I'm gay. So it wasn't ever going to happen. As much as I practiced, it wasn't going to happen. So like I always felt like I had to do things straight. And then like, not only that, like my stepmom, I'm Puerto Rican, but my stepmom's Portuguese. So I grew up in a Portuguese household mindset. Like, you just don't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My dad would track my phone. He's like, "Why you gotta talk about the 3 a.m.?" Yeah.
But you're also the only girl, right?
Yeah. And I would turn my phone off so he couldn't track me.
You have one brother, right? Oh my god, that's so many of us.
Yeah, he went to Boca, he graduated in 2011.
Yeah. Where is he now?
He's living in North Carolina with us. He just got married. Yeah.
Ooh, aren't you going to North Carolina?
No,
where are you going?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Fuck, it's not North Carolina.
But he is gonna eventually move to Tennessee as well with his wife, and her family wants to move to Tennessee.
Oh shoot. Yeah. So what is it about Tennessee?
My parents want to retire there, so, and since I have the opportunity, I'm gonna take it. If I don't like it, I can always move back, but I'm gonna try it, see if I like it. I know Abigail was saying, she's like, I live in Texas, she's like, you're gonna be homesick.
Oh, for sure.
But, I mean, I have my mom, and my mom's my best friend, so I have her out there with me, but my friends and stuff, I will get homesick. And she's like, stay out there for a year, Megan, stick it out.
No, I totally agree. She did the same thing with me because probably a little bit before the year that we were in Texas, I was like, oh shit, I'm going back home. And she's like, no, I'll see it through. And you know what, I'm so glad. And then you get to a point where you come home and you visit people and you're here for literally 24 to 48 hours and you're like, I want to go back.
That's crazy.
As much as you miss everybody here, you like, a lot of people don't know that. Abigail and I had the benefit of flight benefits because I work for Delta Airlines and she works for Southwest. So we had a lot of benefits where like, if we were homesick, all we had to do was jump on a plane, come home, and go. A lot of people don't know that I would come home pretty often. And I wouldn't even tell my parents, I would just land.
Show up.
I would either Uber or get a ride and go straight, show up home, be home. And after, I was spoiled enough where like after the day or 2 days, I would be like, okay, like I didn't miss home as much as I thought. Like, let me jump on the first plane back. And that was the best. And once you'll realize that, you'll be like, you know what, like, I would say don't come down for the first 2 to 3 months. Don't do it. Stay there. Stick it out. You're gonna love it. You can make friends easily. You're gonna stick it out, you're gonna see it, and then after that, you're gonna be homesick for like the first 2 years. But when you come down, watch, you're gonna come down, you're gonna go to Rose Alley. Yes, you are. You're gonna come down, you're gonna go to Rose Alley, and you're gonna look at everybody and you're gonna go, it's the same people that I've seen here all these years, and it's boring. And you're gonna wanna leave the next day. That's what happened to us every single time. And then it comes down to the point where when you do travel here, you're gonna come see the people that actually check on you, actually are asking you how you're doing, they miss you. There's a lot of growth that comes with it because you realize your circle gets so much smaller. And that is the number one blessing that I would say I got from Texas was, holy shit, all these people that I partied with weren't shit. They weren't shit. They did not care about me. They just wanted to have a good time. And that's okay for a moment, you know what I mean? But I'm excited for you. I'm so excited.
I honestly was thinking about that too. I'm like, moving, like, I will then know who's actually there for me, who's my friend.
Exactly. it just becomes so much clearer.
Mm-hmm.
There's no guessing game, there's no nothing.
I want to cut off too. But I probably won't speak to them again once I move.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm perfectly fine with that.
And then, like, on top of that, the friends you make there, you're just gonna, like,
Mm-hmm.
I've been home now I just made a year, April 4th. And I've been back to Texas probably 6 times to just go see my friends.
I love that.
Because we're in a group chat, we text, like, I get a happy Easter, like, happy birthday, how are you doing, how's your week been, what's new, and you're like, shit, like, you do not think that these people would actually, like, care and do that, and then you're like...
Because you moved. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like, Abigail's baby shower, like, our family invited a ton of friends that Abigail and I have in Texas, and a lot of people showed up. And that was insane because we did not get that amount of friendship showing out there.
No.
Family, without a doubt. Family was always there. But it was so cool to be like, holy crap, like these people have only known us for a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
And here they are celebrating her.
When I went to Abby's baby shower, I really didn't see anyone from like our friends of growing up. No.
Right? Isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm.
I agree. It was
all Texas.
There was like a table or two, and it was 2 tables, and it was just Texas people.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that shows you right there. Right there.
It's worth it. I'm so excited for you.
I'm so
You're gonna meet your hubby, your baby daddy.
I hope so.
I have a feeling.
I hope so. And I was like, you better find a cowboy. I'm like,
oh my god, cowboys are so hard.
I can't. I'm like, I hope so.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, I know, like, if I'm gonna meet people no matter what, but I go to the gym, I meet people. I'm like, maybe I'll get my bartending license and then bartend in Nashville or something.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you also do hair.
Yes, hair and makeup.
And makeup. Yeah, I was gonna say with that.
But I can hand out my cards while I'm bartending. I'm like,
hell
you
yeah.
know?
But you also, like, you present yourself so well that I feel like you'll be able to get a job doing hair and makeup easy.
Thank you. I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do teeth regardless because I can get a job doing that anywhere.
Holy shit, you do everything. I forget everything you're doing. So what do you do? Everything you do.
I'm an orthodontic assistant, so I do braces and Invisalign, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I haven't been doing it often just because I've just been busy and but makeup and hair for weddings and events on the weekends.
So are you how do you think you'll transition that there?
I feel like I just have to get out there.
Meet people.
Yeah.
That you see, that's so cool though because that's gonna help you.
Yeah.
Do it even faster.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'm just gonna get I have business cards now, but I'm gonna get a bunch of them and just leave them everywhere.
So
leave them everywhere.
I'm gonna do stickers.
Oh my god, and put them on like the napkin boxes.
Oh
my gosh, yeah.
I feel like me, you, and Abby should go before you move.
I agree. My parents are
we
going
should
at the
just
end
go
of
and have a
April.
good time.
Yeah, they're going to the end of April to look at the houses that they looked online. But I want to go there just to go.
Just to have fun.
Yes.
That would be such a cool trip.
We should go before I move.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't. We should. I'm just so excited because I remember like how nervous I was at first to move.
That's how I felt. But I think it's because I'm going to be with my family that I don't feel as nervous.
You have your own base.
Yes.
You have
yeah.
a good foundation, for sure. You're going to be fine on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited to see like who you end up meeting.
I know.
Have you like gone on any dating apps just to like scope out what's going on
So,
over there? I did that for Texas.
Facebook dating, yes. Like, it matches me from people like all around, even though my radius is close by. It's weird. It's so weird. They'll match me with people from Tennessee, Ohio, North Carolina.
Everywhere.
And I'm like, there's men that look like that out here? Because like over here, I'm like, no offense, anyway, whatever, but no. It's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not. I don't know how to say it, but there's something about. I said it once and I'll say it again. I'm saying it again and again. Literally, my mouth waters.
Okay.
Because the men, everywhere but here where we're from, they all go to the gym. They all work out. Here they all still look like they're in high school.
Mm-hmm.
They're like fucking men. Like, I'm a hands person.
Mm-hmm.
Those thick ass, manly, like
fingers. It's such a turn on. It is such a turn on. Nothing
Lord
more.
Jesus.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. What would you say your type is?
It's weird because I've dated all different types. Like, I'm not shallow.
Yeah,
so,
I don't think you have a type,
yeah,
I feel like.
but, like, I do, like, physical attraction. I definitely like tattoos, and I like tall men. I've dated, like, again, not shallow, so I've dated men who were shorter. But I do love a tall man with tattoos, thick hands, and just, like, someone who can, like throw me around.
Throw you around.
Yes,
I was waiting for it to say that. Throw me against the wall.
Yes, please.
You love me.
Yes. And the big hands just...
When they just... That's how... You know what? That's what I'm going to start doing now when I go on dates. I'm just going to be like, just wrap your hands around my...
Maybe your hand doesn't fit?
Okay. It's like a glass slipper. Oh, no, this one doesn't fit, so the date's not even going to start.
I have to go to the bathroom, never come back.
When did you get into your first relationship?
I was 17. That was my...
You were?
Yeah, that's when I
started dating. Your first?
Yes.
How long were you with him? I remember you being in a relationship. I don't particularly remember
so
him.
long ago. It was 2012, so... no, like 2011 to 12. Yeah. So, junior year, senior year, because I remember going to prom with him.
Yeah, you were in a serious relationship.
I remember going to prom with him. And then a little bit after graduation, I was still with him because I remember I was working at Shoppers. And I was with him then, and then I broke up with him.
You were together for how long though?
It was like 2.5 years.
2.5 years?
Yeah.
So your first heartbreak?
Not so much, but because I feel like it was a long time coming. Like, he wasn't happy, I wasn't happy, but we stayed because we're comfortable. I feel like most of my relationships are like that.
You get comfortable?
Yeah.
So what do you mean by comfortable? Like, does like the flame just like goes out as
Yes.
funny as that sound?
Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that I'm innocent, but I feel like they just took me for granted and they were comfortable and they started just kind of going with the motion.
Yeah.
And then
they weren't offering
yeah.
It wasn't fun.
No.
There was nothing to it. It was almost like an old married couple.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
and I'm like, I need it spicy, baby. I mean, granted, I was young, but still.
No, I agree. How many relationships have you been in?
Like, serious? It was my high school when I was from Virginia.
Yeah.
And then pretty much Kyle. Like, the other ones were kind of just like a couple months.
Yeah.
And then it was Kyle, which was, I think, 3.5 years.
Oh,
yeah.
This was juicy. I like that one.
Yeah, 3.5 years.
Wait, Kyle who?
That was the one I recently just broke up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, Kyle. I'm like, I know Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not recently, but it was like 2.5 years ago. Like,
yeah.
And the thing is, another thing, it was a long time coming. He wasn't a bad guy. It was just, I feel like we're two different people.
Yeah.
Like, you grow apart sometimes, and that's how me and him were. We definitely grew apart.
I feel like that's so crazy that that's like even a thing because like when you're in that honeymoon phase, it's like fuck.
I know.
Everything's just great. It's like a bubble, and then all of a sudden one day it's like.
Mhm. Yeah, he's married now. I heard he's married. Yeah, and he's happy. So I'm glad he's happy.
That's all that.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to put that energy out there because it's like, you know what, great for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad things don't work out, and they don't work out for a reason.
Yes, and
I will say I believe that for sure.
I am like truly happy. Like, I saw this like mom on Facebook. So that's how I found out he was engaged and stuff. And I'm like, I'm happy for him. Like, I'm truly happy. And I want to like her post, but I don't want to be
like
to be like, yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, they like, she liked it because she's being like
spiteful.
Yeah.
Because that's what people think.
I'm not. Like, I'm really happy for him, and
No,
I'm
I
glad
agree.
that he's doing good. And it's just
No, I'm the same way. I have a friend that I met in college, and he didn't even know he was gay, and he is doing so great. We met, we hooked up a couple times, and such a sweet person, and we still stay in communication. He tells me like how he's doing, how his partner is doing. But he just got engaged, and it was so cool because I was like, like I felt comfortable enough to like message him and be like, congratulations, like I'm so happy for you, like that's awesome. And it was so cool because he responded with, you know, like, thank you, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have like met him. I wouldn't have been where I am now. He's like, I thought that I was only attracted to women. And then he was like, you walked into, it was our first day of like a college course. He was like, you walked into the class and like I totally like lost it. And I was like, get out. And now he's like, you know, and like my partner knows everything about you and he understands that like you somehow led me to that.
I love
And I was like, get the fuck out. I'm like, you're making me want to fuck you again. Like, no, actually tell him I'm bitter and petty. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm so happy for them. And that just made me happy because I'm like, you know what? Wait, we need people for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't met mine yet, and hopefully I will at some point. But
I feel like everyone comes into your life. It's either temporary, you know, and that's okay. Like it's the journey that you're supposed to be on.
Exactly.
You know, and I don't regret anyone I've dated. I think it was part of my journey.
Exactly. I don't regret that either. I'm like, you know what? I don't regret any of my whole phases either. Like,
me neither.
I'm just thriving.
I'm just living my life.
Let me tell you, the 18-year-old that lost his virginity and then did not have sex for a whole nother year is not the same person that went to Texas.
Mm.
I went to Texas and I went to fucking town. I was like, I explored Texas.
As you should.
And let me tell you, what do they call it, a red state or something?
It's a red state.
It is a
it's
red
mostly
state,
Republican,
right?
yeah.
Let me tell you, for Republicans or whatever the fuck it is, and I don't know much about politics, there is a lot of gay men there, and they are fucking thriving.
Mm-hmm.
They are thriving.
They're hot. They're hot.
They are hot. Lord Jesus. I'm about to book a flight and go right now. I can't.
You know, reminds me of being like, Lord Jesus, I'm about to bust.
Sounds so awful, but that's so accurate.
I cannot. That's hilarious.
Oh.
My Nike.
You just made me think like, but when you like orgasm or you come, whatever the hell it is,
Mm-hmm.
like, do you feel guilty after?
No.
No?
No.
I have this feeling till this day where like, after I'm like, oh Lord Jesus, I'm so sorry. Like, why did I do that? And I'm like, but I enjoyed every moment of it, so why?
I'll repent later. It's fine.
You never had that feeling though?
No.
Really?
No.
Oh, you're good.
Mm-mm. Because I'm like, you know what? I could be doing other things that are really, really bad, and yeah, this is, you know.
But it's not bad.
It's not
every
as,
day.
you know, bad as other things are. So I'm like, you know what? No, you're a good person, Megan.
Exactly.
Enjoy this moment.
You know what? I love that you're saying that because for me, it's like the reason I started eating out the podcast is because I feel like there's still like that weird like vibe where you're like, oh, we can't talk about it. Like unless you're with your girl group or your guy group, you can't talk about sex. That's just weird. That's just awkward. And I'm like, no, that shit needs to stop because the reality is we all do it.
We all
Dogs
do it.
Fish do it. Fucking everybody.
And there's so many people that judge you, and they're the ones that do it. It's like, what? Come on. I don't understand it. And if our bodies are able to do all this kind of stuff, it's like, why feel bad for doing it?
Like, why are we sinners for doing that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was created horny, period. So that's just
Period.
So
Mm-hmm.
I can't help it.
Nymphomania.
Do you feel so as a man? I know for a fact we masturbate constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like a thing women are into? Because I've gotten like mixed reviews.
Like that we do? Do we masturbate?
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I masturbate all the time.
Really?
Yes.
I fucking love to hear it though because a lot of women tell me that they don't. They're like, oh, I'm not into it. That's
They're lying. They're lying. I promise you. I mean, if they're not, there's something going on. Like, that you're not, you know, horny. Like, there's something wrong.
That something's not right.
No.
Like, you
no.
have to tickle something.
Tickle?
Get out of here.
Like, go get checked. Like, if you're not, like, horny or wanting to do anything, like, you need to go get checked.
I am horny constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly.
I started taking some gummies from TikTok Shop.
Get out.
And it's like the pineapple ones. And I'm like, let me try that. So,
you had to test it out.
Yes. So I ended up talking with some guy. And he's like, you're so horny. I'm like, it's these gummies. I swear to God.
Yeah.
He was like, I swear. And it was like a waterfall.
No.
Yes.
Does that happen often?
I mean,
the waterfall effect or no? Because I feel like that's not common. As in, like, it doesn't happen with just anybody. It has to be good.
Like, not squirting wise, but just like really wet. Okay. And I don't know if it was from the gummies or it was just turned on because liquor was involved. I don't know.
Oh, liquor.
I don't know, but I was like.
Liquor always fucking helps.
And then he's done after, and he's laying there, and I'm like, are we done? He's like, I'm tired. I'm like, he's like, he's like, how are you so like awake right now? It's like 3 a.m.
I'd be like, here, take these fucking gummies. You should have given him 3 of the gummies.
But he was like, wow. He's like, I gotta get with it. He's like, earlier. It's gotta be.
Was
earlier.
he older?
No, he was my age.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But I was like,
no stamina.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna go home masturbate now. Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, I'm gonna go home.
This is really fun, but I gotta keep going. I know you can't.
Yeah.
I didn't say it wasn't good. It was good, but I gotta go.
But you know what it is? That's that cowgirl mentality now. You're already mentally.
So I told my mom, I was like, save a horse, ride a cowboy, and she's like, Meg. I was like, she's like a fucking nun.
So you say your mom's your best friend. Do you talk about stuff like this?
Oh my god, yeah.
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 Okay, I'm so glad because I tell my stepmom everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I tell my stepmom. I tell my baba. My baba sometimes she's like, Kelvin, there is no reason for me to know all this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'd rather you hear it from the horse's mouth.
No, I tell my mom everything, and obviously she like looks at me like this at first, and she's like.
But then they live vicariously through us.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Because like the same way my baba will be like, I don't need to know that that's inappropriate, blah blah. As soon as her girl shows up and they're having like a cup of tea or coffee or whatever, she's like, come on, Leah, and tell her what you told me. And I'm like,
I cannot. That is hilarious.
But I love that you have that relationship with her.
That's why she's my best friend. Yeah. I tell her everything.
Mm-hmm. Did you tell her when you lost your virginity?
She did.
Yeah.
It was my first
boyfriend. Did she just know?
Well, I did talk to her about it, but she knew, like, he was my first boyfriend. I was with him for 2.5 years. Yeah. She knew, obviously, things were going down. Yeah.
She's like, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
She knew right then and there that I wasn't her child of God anymore.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Did you go to Catholic school?
No.
Alright. Abigail and I went to Catholic school. I think
First communion and stuff?
I learned how to sin more there than I did after. For sure.
It makes you, like, I went to Sunday school, I went to stuff like that here and there because my grandmother was but I was Christian, so we didn't do, like, First Communion and stuff like that.
I was Christian too, but they sent me to Catholic school.
She did First Communion though, right, Abigail?
Yeah, she did all of that, really.
I think I remember seeing the photo of her in her parents' living room.
How it plays, so they have their TVs play out all of their like photo albums. I think I've said this before, but it's so hilarious because you see all of like Abby's childhood pictures. Mm-hmm. I love that we keep bringing her up because she's just such an important person in our life.
Yes.
But I'm trying to think. I feel like we have so many memories, and I just can't think of them.
We have a lot.
Going out drinking. Drinking currently. That's what I was saying earlier. I'm like, drinking currently is somebody like coming up to you, and all I remember was just taking the glass.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It was so smooth. It was just so smooth. And like me as a gay, like it just gave like gay friend who just exactly
What's
knows what to do.
What's crazy is like I didn't even know who this girl was, and I'm just vibing with you, dancing on the dance floor, and I didn't touch anyone. I'm just looking around, and then I look. This girl was on the side of me, and she said, "Don't fucking touch me." I'm like, what? I am nice to everyone. I get along with everyone. So this girl just out of nowhere, just don't fucking touch me. I'm like this. Whoa, what? And then she's like, "Don't fucking touch me." She's like, "I'll fight you right now." I'm like, what is happening?
She said something. I think she called you.
I'll fuck you up right now. She's like, you're like a 40-year-old whore. You 40-year-old whore. I'm like, I didn't even say anything about the whore part. I was like very offended by the 40 part. I was like, baby, I'm not even 30.
I thought she was just like drunk, so I'm like, whatever. But the best part is that like I just remember I was like, oh shit, like this girl is just stupid and drunk. Mm-hmm. And all I remember was literally going like this. I grabbed your glass.
And she was like in my face, and I'm like, please get out of my face. And so I grabbed her and I just pushed her, and that's when the
And then I literally handed her glass class right back, and we went right back to like she never existed.
The bouncer saw everything. He's like, she literally just started like out of nowhere, just trying to fight you. And I'm like, I know.
But that moment was so classic. I love it because it was just so classy and so elegant in the way like everything just like smoothly went.
Because I'm not like that, and that's never happened to me before. So I was like, what? What's happening? What is happening? And then when she's in my face like this, I am not gonna allow that. I'm sorry.
No.
Her nose is pretty much touching my nose. I'm like, please get away from me.
No. Your breath stinks.
It stinks.
Stinks. Take your Spanx off and your breath stinks.
But I'm like, this girl obviously had a vendetta against me, even though I don't know who she is. I don't know.
But it was just so funny. I'm like, oh my god, I've never seen her before. I don't know who she is from a hole in the wall.
Neither.
Which is fine. That's great. But
yeah.
Yes,
life goes on.
But yes, we are whores. Thank you. We're not 40 though. Definitely not 40. Not 30 yet.
Please don't push it, baby.
No,
please
cheers to that because we're not even 30. So shut the fuck up. We still have some months stuff.
Like, damn. Don't rush my timeline here.
So, best sex ever. Because I was thinking the other day, I'm like, who is my best sex? And I can remember my best sex.
Me too.
Yeah. Tell me if we're on the same page. I am still in search for that.
Best sex?
I've had the best sex. I have not had anybody meet that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That's such a shitty feeling because it made sex so warm for a long time.
Yes.
Because I was like, oh, this is not at all. Like, no.
Yes. And I'm like, I thought like this was normal, and then I go to do whatever else. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess not.
No, right? I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I guess this isn't a thing.
So
But I hate that they talk about it. They're like, they're all just, talk it up like they're so, and then I'm like, what is that?
No, but it's the people that talk it up that honestly, you're dick ain't shit. Let's be honest. Your dick ain't shit. Like, for example, like, I have some great reviews to me. And it's not being conceited. It's not like, oh, like, I think I'm the shit. No. If I put my mind to it, I can fuck. That's for sure. I'm just gonna put it that way. I can fuck.
If liquor's involved, yes.
I don't ever talk about it. Like, I don't feel like I ever need to talk about it.
No.
I'll whip it out and show it to you. That's it.
It's the ones like
I let the dick do the talking.
Yes, exactly. Like you're humble about it. You know what you have to offer, and that's it. You don't have to like, yeah, baby, I got this huge. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
But the worst part is because you're out, you're drinking, you're with friends, you're having a great time. You meet somebody that's fucking hot, and they're talking to you like that, and you're like, whoa, today might actually be the day I let you. And then it's like when you do let them, you're like, I just wasted 4 good hours of sleep.
My thing
because it took you 2 hours to be able to perform.
I cannot.
I need to shower and go to work.
No, to be honest, I would have just walked out. I'm done.
So, I've done that. Have you done that?
No, but I should have some.
Oh no, I've had times where I'm just like, you either need to leave or actually I'm leaving. Oh, what's the matter? All of a sudden I'm nauseous.
You send your friend a text message and they know, hey.
They
call you.
I'm nauseous. You can't. Yeah, no, absolutely not.
My thing is I reuse and recycle. I know it sounds so bad, but I will hook up with like the same guy
to keep your count low. Because that's what I know a lot of people do.
Yeah, but also too, like the sex isn't bad, so I'm like, I enjoy it. Like I'm gonna continue with the same person. Sure. You know,
especially on like those days where you're just like, fuck, I don't want to socialize with anyone. I want to be able to just text somebody and be like, hey.
We all have our needs.
Are you down?
Single people have our needs.
And I've been like that in the past because I'm like, it's more of, I don't know, for me it's more like I know they're clean. I know their hygiene is great. I know they're not going to fucking give me an STD. I know that they're responsible with themselves. And I also know that it stays between that person and myself. That's my biggest thing is like, as long as you have hygiene, as long as you're being tested and you're being like smart about what the fuck you do with your body part, and then secondly, keep it honestly, probably number one is just keep it between you and I.
Yes.
I hate people being like,
Kiss and
hey,
tell.
you hooked up with so-and-so? And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
who the fuck told? Because I can literally act like I've never met you in my life.
Yep.
That is probably my superpower.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, hi, nice to see you. Oh, like, what is it? Is it Keke Palmer that goes, oh, I'm sorry for that person? You know what I'm talking about? She does like this meme where she's like, oh, I don't know who that man is. If I ever run into that person, I'm sorry for that man. It's the funniest meme. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna
That's
try to
funny.
search it.
But the hygiene thing, 100%. I think that's what it is.
That's huge.
Yes. Like, I just know if they're clean, I continue to hook up with them. And also, I, thank God, never caught anything. And I think it's because I pick and choose.
Yes.
I'm not like some person that just...
You're particular.
Yes.
Exactly. You have to be, especially now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think this is the biggest thing, and I think that this is so, like, I'm gonna act like a dad or a big sibling or something now. But I think that's the biggest thing right now, is that, like, we trust anyone. And, like, that's what scares me with, like, this new, like, college generation.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, you trust anybody, you sleep with anyone. No one, I don't know, no one uses condoms anymore.
No.
I hate to say it, but that's the reality of it.
It's sad.
No one wants to use condoms because there's this stigma that it doesn't feel the same, it doesn't feel great, and blah, blah, blah. And at a certain age,
Generations.
and at a certain dynamic, I can understand that choice being whatever. But I feel like when you're beginning, when you're just starting to learn what sex is and you can't trust anyone.
No.
You really cannot trust anyone. I don't care if it's the love of my life. I do not trust
Yes.
anyone.
I agree. Me, I'm like the opposite because again, I've been
You
sick
don't
for
catch feelings.
Yes, and it's bad because it's like, how am I gonna end up being with someone? You know what I mean?
Thank you. Oh my God, get the fuck out, because that's how I feel all the time. It's something you create to protect your heart,
Yeah, it's a guard.
and I love it. But I have met somebody. It's somebody that, like, I think because I met them around the time I stopped having sex, which is insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
But for so long I was like, how am I gonna let this down? How am I gonna let this down? And I think you just have to meet that person.
Yes.
To let it.
I honestly believe, I mean, I'm trying to put that in my head. I'm like, Megan, it's just because you haven't found the right one yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. That you just don't care.
I can't. Alright, so let's get filthier.
Okay. Where is the craziest place that you've had sex?
Craziest place I had sex was, I worked at D-Bar, a gay bar in Boston.
Oh,
Yup.
I can only imagine.
Oh my God. And I had sex at D-Bar, in the office, with my manager. And I'll never forget, because it was like our little dirty secret for a couple weeks.
A couple weeks.
For a couple weeks.
That's it, just a couple weeks.
And then I remember we were like in the staircase from the office down to the kitchen. And I just remember like my manager was like, he like winked at me or something. And it was just him and I, we thought at the moment. And he just pulled my pants down. And I was like, oh my God. And then this cute little Mexican man that worked in the kitchen was just like,
I didn't see nothing.
Oh, forget it. Oh, forget it. At least by the end of the night, everybody was like, so what's going on?
Oh my God, he said something?
So what's going on? I'm like, motherfucker, I thought you couldn't speak English. You fucking told everybody my business.
I'm done.
I'm like, I was just trying to get them hours. The hell?
It's always, I swear, it's the ones you least expect.
I'm like, come on. I'm like, you could have just joined, just be quiet.
You could have just joined.
So, I'm still good friends with my manager, which is so funny. He was fun.
I love that you're so cool with him.
I'm honestly, I'm cool with like most of the people that I've ever hooked up with. Like, I'm just like.
I love that. There's been some guys that I
Mhm.
have hooked up with, and no, maybe one or two that I don't talk to anymore. They were just assholes.
Really?
Like towards the end, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I feel like, I don't know why, like, I feel like there's somebody that you hooked up with that maybe I don't know. That I know, but I probably don't know.
Probably.
Do you have anyone on your list before you move that you would like want to check off?
No.
No? No. That's good.
Yeah, I have no interest. If something happens, it happens, but I have no interest.
But I personally never thought to keep count. And I don't know if it's a naive thing, but it's also like, I'm very particular. It comes off to me like, I'm still on Grindr. And people will like comment and be like, oh my, like I know it's you, blah, 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 and I just want a default picture. I literally have not had sex with anyone since October. That's why.
That's crazy.
Like it just like woke up one day.
When did you move
know
back
what?
here?
Like I'm like April.
Okay.
I'd go back to Texas and have sex like crazy. I'd be a fucking little Energizer bunny. But here for me, it's like you can't
I have no interest.
You can't go from moving out of state and coming back and being like, I want to sleep with the that's not the reality.
No, not at all. Not even.
My guy is not here.
Like, and I know it sounds bad, like the list and stuff, but it's not bad at all. Like, it's just the relationships I've been with, people I've hooked up with, who I've talked to, could have been serious, but then, we just realized it wasn't, meant to be. But like I said, I don't regret anything I've done. I've had a good time. I've loved the journey I've had, and
that's all you can. And like you can't regret anything you do because at the end of the day, you did it. It's in the past. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. And I think my number one thing, or like I'm huge on like women empowerment, and it's the fact that like, fuck that. Like why I'm so tired of hearing like, oh well, he's a guy.
I hate that.
No, fuck that. No, we're in 2025.
Yes.
I fucking applaud females that play the game the same way a man plays the game. Mm-hmm. No.
I hate when they're talking about women and oh she's a whore, blah 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 blah. But she could have been with like a couple guys and they call her a whore because whatever reason, and their fucking roster is like sky high. It's like, oh, he's a guy. It doesn't matter.
No,
it does not matter.
No.
Like, fuck you.
Absolutely not. Or, oh, well, she's a mom. I don't give a fuck. That has absolutely nothing to do with it. The reality is that I love that women are playing that game now. And I love that women are taking that. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, you know what? No, fuck you.
But it's kind of scary because I have my friends who guys will talk to them and play them like a violin and love bomb them. And here I am, because I've been single for a little while, I know how they work. And I know how they play the game. And I'm like, baby, he's just love bombing you. He's talking to other women. No. Like, I'm telling you, like, he's really sweet. And I'm like, I love you so much with all my heart, but I'm letting you know he's talking to other women.
And I feel like, all right, so this is the...
And he was...
This is what I will say is the difference between talking like to one of like my homeboys, for example. Like if I'm like, hey, no, like she's doing this, blah blah blah. Like the guy will be like, no, I get that. With girls, I feel like right away it's like it doesn't matter how close you are. You can be best friends. You can be anything. It's like, oh well, she's jealous. Oh well, something's off. Or well, she might want him.
Yes.
And it's like, no, that you're missing the fucking point.
Yeah. No. The good thing is my friends aren't like that. If I did come across a friend that, felt that way, I'd be like, baby, I don't want him. I just want to let you know that he's love bombing you and the way he's talking to you. And if you guys aren't in a relationship and he's not saying that I want to be with you, and you guys been hooking up for a little while now, he's talking to other women.
Yeah. They will fuck you.
It's so disgusting.
They will fuck you. They will put their pants up, zipper up their fucking pants. Sometimes they don't even zipper it back up. They will get to their car and they will block you.
Yes. It's so bad. It's trifling.
They will literally, like I said, dick's still hanging out and you're getting blocked. And you didn't even know because you're seeing stars. Alright, so I have this little cute question game that I bought.
Okay.
It's called Extreme Personal Question for Lovers. So, we're all lovers, so fuck it.
Are we?
Alright, so I'm going to ask you some questions and then you can ask me questions if you want.
Okay.
What got you going the last time you acted like a complete animal in bed?
I think dirty talk.
Is that when you squirted? No, you didn't.
Mm-mm. Just like a waterfall, but not squirt. Just like
Have you ever
extra wet.
squirted?
I squirted with my ex, but only once.
But when a girl squirts, like, what do you mean by it? Like, is it like a sprinkler? Is it like a shower head and you like change the knob? I'm just so confused because me as a man, like if I'm super, super horny, I have different levels of how I come. So I've had times where it just fucking, like literally just like sprouted like everywhere. And I'm like, oh, got a Meg and I. Is that happening with girls?
To be honest, because I only squirted once and it wasn't like spraying, but when I watch porn, obviously there's a spraying, which it is mixed with pee. So it's like.
It is pee.
Yeah, it's mixed with pee.
I'm so glad somebody confirmed that.
Yes, it's mixed with pee, and I usually don't squirt.
What was going on the last time you shouted at a television?
I was watching all day yesterday, Dating on the Spectrum. I think that's what it's called.
I fucking love it. I'm obsessed. I watched the entire season in one night.
What pissed us off more was when they were making out in front of the dad. And I understand, like, they had autism, but I was like, what are you doing? Like, have some respect for your dad.
Oh, I felt so uncomfortable.
I felt uncomfortable through the screen. I was like this. Like, your dad is staring at you. And they were like licking each other's cheeks all around. And then she's done making out, she's like this.
Oh, she is thriving. She's like, this is all I've ever wanted.
Which I do feel bad because she has never obviously experienced anything like that. So she's just like, oh, I've been this long without experiencing anything sexual. So no wonder she was sucking face like that.
Connor's my favorite.
I'm so bad with names.
Connor, he kisses a girl outside in the backyard while his mom and his sister are inside, and his knees, and he starts shaking. He got so nervous. It was his first kiss.
Is that the one that didn't like lawns? Yes. Okay.
I love him.
Yep.
I literally wake up in the morning and I check his Instagram account because I just love him.
He's like, wow.
I've never felt like this before.
He is so dramatic with his words, it cracks me up.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what else I love is he has such a supportive group of siblings. Mm-hmm. Like mom, his two brothers, his sister, his mom, his stepdad, his biological dad. They are all so good about like just like, and he's all excited because they're gonna build him his own like in-law setup. And he's like, he's ready to put his swords away and fight the dragon. And I just fucking love him.
And I feel like they're really compatible. The girl that he's been dating, she's very like. She likes the stuff he likes, but she's very like laid back, and that's what he needs.
And understanding. She works so well with his family.
Yeah.
So Megan, I have a very important question.
Uh-huh.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of the pop?
I'm gonna have to try it out and get back to you.
Well, shit. It looks like you're gonna have to invite Megan back on over so we can talk about it. I honestly don't know because I've been sucking on this motherfucker
for real.
But thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I'm so excited you came. And
I'm so happy to be here.
I think we're just gonna have to go straight to the bar.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the bar.
And we're gonna find out for sure how many licks it takes to get to the center of the pop.